Hi, good afternoon, everybody. It's 2 o'clock. Welcome to the 2024 Student Orientation Student Finance section. This is for the student accounts or student debtors. So before I ask my colleague to start with the presentation, just an announcement. Tomorrow's sessions have been rescheduled for Monday, the 19th of February. The sessions will remain in the same order as originally scheduled for tomorrow. This is to accommodate the opening of the academic year. Thank you. Mr. Chikala, if you are ready, the floor is yours. Thank you. Sorry, if you don't mind just giving us a moment. We just have some technical challenges. Be with you in a sec. Thank you for your patience and understanding. Once again, my apologies. Just a bit of a challenge with the network. If you don't mind bearing with us for a moment or two, we'll start the presentation shortly. Thank you.
Hello, can everybody hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, Simon. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Sorry about that. We're having technical difficulties with our Wi-Fi. All right. Hold on. Good day, everybody. How are you? This is Simon from the Student Debtors Department. I'll be presenting on a few things related to student finance. I'll be sharing my screen. Hold on. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes, you can see your screen.
All right, let's just do this. There we go. So this is the Department of Finance Student Debtors Student Orientation session for 2024. These are the contents we'll be going over through: the POPI Act, the AOD, the Acknowledgement of Debt, quotations and pro forma invoice, payments, payment methods and references, payment forfeit, cancellation dates, cooling off period, refunds, financial suspension and reinstatements, account flags, historic debt, and handed over debt, policies and rules as well. Please take note that we will be taking our questions at the end of the session. If you have any other questions, you may put them in the chat, and then one of my colleagues will be happily to assist in trying to answer your question. If not, we will all be on taking your questions, and Ms. Tumelo will be taking over, and Mr. Lebogang. All right, the first up in our presentation is the POPI Act, and it's understanding the protection of the Personal Information Act at UNISA. So the first thing is, can a parent, friend, sibling, relative, spouse, SRC member request personal information on your behalf? The answer: the personal information, which includes academic records, examination timetable, examination results, NAFSA's outcome, acknowledgement of debt, graduation confirmation, will not be given to any third parties, right? Second question: how old should I be to complete sign an admission and registration form? Data subjects must be older than 18 years to sign their own admission and registration forms. Children under the age of 18 are not fully capable of acting independently without assistance of parents, legal guardians, or competent person. If my constitutional rights to privacy are violated through the unlawful access and disclosure of my personal information, where can I report? Any allegations of violation of the POPI conditions may be reported to the Directorate of Institutional Information by sending your email to these following over here, as stated over here, right here as my arrow is pointing, or at the POPI at UNISA. Can I share my UNISA login details with friends, spouses, siblings, or fellow students? The answer is no. Sharing of personal information, which includes my UNISA logins, is prohibited to protect your constitutional rights and privacy. Can I request academic record, examination timetable, or results through your private email account? The answer is also no. All forms of communication should be done using my life in email account. Okay, we'll be moving on to the next slide, which will be AOD, the Acknowledgement of Debt. Acknowledgement of debt allows students to register if they do not have the minimum amount payable for registration and is subject to the stipulated conditions. Please note that when we do AOD, that we do give guidelines in order to assist you in order to complete the form, and we will also provide you with the documents for completing the AOD as well. Also note, we do put it on the UNISA website, so you can download them for your convenience as well. And please read the contents of said document carefully. The conditions to sign an acknowledgement of debt, hereafter referred to as AOD. The AOD must be completed and signed by the student. All historic debt must be settled, meaning you cannot have any outstanding debt to your account before applying for it. Students applying for AOD must temporarily be registered. Only students that have proof of income will be considered for AOD. Proof of income may include payslip, parental proof of income, household proof of income, bank statement. Students that do not have an income must obtain consent of the person responsible for settling the student account in order for the university to verify their income. A student that has not honored a previous AOD has outstanding fees must settle the debt before the AOD for 2024 academic year and before it will be considered. The AOD is limited to South African students only, with the exception of foreign students who reside within South Africa. Students must attach the following documents: a copy of their passport/identification, a valid permit to reside in South Africa, proof of income, and proof of address. First-time students not approved by NAFSAS will be considered provided they comply with the above conditions and the guidelines. All right, now we are on to the quotations and pro forma invoices. Please note, quotations are always for the current year, and always contact your facility as the modules need to be on the system and they need to be put on by your college or your academic facility. Pro forma invoices for the current academic year only. Pro forma invoices can be issued after provisional or full registration. These generally are for your companies and they assist your companies in making payment for your studies if you're sponsored by a company. Information required for issuing a pro forma invoice includes the name of the bursary or the name of the company, the employer or the employer, funding institution, address of the bursary, employer or the funding, VAT registration, and also please note that we do not issue tax invoices for study units for formal qualifications, as modules are tax exempt. Payment methods and references. Please note that all payment methods are on MyUNISA, on the UNISA website and on MyUNISA. On MyUNISA, it is shown there, payments and payment methods on there in the columns, and you just need to click on it and then follow the directions. You may pay using the web credit payment system on MyUNISA as well. Please take note, ATM cash deposits, it is a pre-approved beneficiary. You just need to enter UNISA on this pre-approved beneficiary at the FNB ATM or at your banking apps where it's written pre-approved beneficiaries, right? You need to enter the first 8 blocks for the student, for your student number, and then please also take note, if the student number consists only of 7 digits, then a 0 must be filled in as the first digit of the student number. Leave a block open and then enter one of the following references as indicated: for application fees, study fees, matriculation fee, library fees, and library access card. Any finance related query can be sent to fin@unisa.ac.za and susdep@unisa.ac.za. Important to use the correct reference number. Incomplete or incorrect reference payment information will not be processed, and UNISA will not be held liable for any resultant delay in the allocation of transfer of funds to study fees account. Please also note, when writing your email, please put your student number on the subject line with the reason for your thing. You can just write there in a short phrase on the subject line, your student number, and then write proof of payment or pro forma invoice or statement of account or anything, and then after write in your email the full scope of your email, what the details of your query is. For more banking details, you can have a look. You can also download the payment form on MyUNISA, which has the banking details, and then you can also go to the bank, and the tellers at the bank can also assist you for the ATM cash deposits. Please always make sure you put in the correct reference number when putting in. South African students not using FNB for the EFT should please follow the account information number details. This information is readily available on UNISA, and please pay attention once more. I'm emphasizing this because this happens all the time, and it happens consistently. Please also take note that any government payment or bulk payments, you must include the list or the sponsors list with it. You cannot just hand in yours, you must hand in everything that they gave you so that we can allocate the whole payment to the other students as well, and so that we can also find the correct amount that needs to be allocated for the total, or that must be taken out of the total amount. Payment, forfeit, and cancellation date and cooling off period. Please note, we work three ways: semester 1, during the year, semester 2, and year courses. According to the Consumer Protection Act, as well as the Electronic Communications and Transaction Act, a student may cancel his or her registration without reason or penalty within 10 calendar days. So if you can cancel your registration within 10 calendar days, you will not be penalized for any amount, for any reason. You will not be penalized, and all your money will be returned back to you. But anything after the 10 calendar days, you will be penalized your minimum registration amount. And then, according to the dates here listed below, right? For first semester modules, if you cancel before the first semester module, the 31st of March, for first semester modules, you will forfeit the minimum payment, and the full payment will be forfeited after this date. So meaning, if you register after and you forfeit the 10 days, you've got until the 31st of March to cancel your registration. If you cancel within that time, you will not be charged the full fee, only the registration fee, and then the rest of the money will be credited back to your account. If it happens anytime after the 31st for first semester modules, you will be penalized for the full fee, and you will be liable for the full fee. Late date for cancellation of semester 2 is the 31st of August. This coincides as well with also your year modules, but I'll get to your year modules shortly. The same as for semester 1, the same will be applicable. Cancel before the within the 10 days, your money will be returned to you in full. Cancel after the 10 days, your money will be, you will forfeit your registration, your minimum registration payment. And then cancel after the 31st of August, and you will forfeit everything and you will be liable for the full fee. Year modules work slightly different. Year modules work with 3 payments. You've got your registration payment, you've got your second payment, and then you've got your final payment. Registration payment, cancel it within 10 days. You will be given your the full payment back. Now, for year modules, first payment, the second payment is required by the 15th of May. And if you cancel before the 15th of May, you will forfeit your minimum registration payment fee only. But if you cancel after the 15th, you will be liable. You will forfeit your minimum and your second payment for the year module. And further, if you do it for the 31st, where year modules, where the end of the date is for last payment is the 31st of August, if you cancel before that, you will only forfeit the registration payment and your second payment. The final payment will be credited back to your account. As for the after the date of the 31st, you will be liable for the whole fee, and you will forfeit everything, and you will be liable for the full outstanding fee of those payments. Refunds now. No refunds will be for credit balances less than 100 Rand will be allowed. Applications and miscellaneous fees are non-refundable. Administrator refunds for students registered for formal qualifications only on a completed refund request for accompanied by compulsory documents. Therefore, thereof, no refund will be processed with incomplete documents. Please note, when applying for a refund, right, the forms are available on the UNISA website, and you need to provide the following payments, the following documents: your refund form, the proof of payment, your confirmation of banking details, and a copy of your ID. Please note, if a third party has paid your refunds, right, you must provide a letter from the third party, whether that be your parent, spouse, or guardian, and then he must indicate that he is allowing you to take a refund from UNISA, and he must also provide copy of his ID. And please note that the letter must be signed by the third party as well. Right. Financial suspension and reinstatements. When it is applicable after the due date of payment for semester 1, for year module, semester 1 and semester 2. Financial suspensions will run before exam admission programs, which will be just after the 31st of March. 31st of March, so that you know. And please note, financial suspension, it is not us paying your fees for you. It is not a discount. Please realize that it is a financial suspension, meaning your modules will be reinstated at a later date once your modules have been written. Right. Students who have outstanding will still receive examination timetables. FC modules may be reinstated in 3 ways. Batch programs on receipt of full payment, students who visit UNISA campus and indicate which modules to be reinstated after making payment, and on the receipt of the examination script. And that includes aggregate and SIC exams. Please also note, this also applies to portfolios as well, portfolio modules. The moment the final mark for your portfolio has been loaded, your module will be automatically reinstated as well. If there is a problem, please visit the examination center so that you may find out what the problem is. Then we've got account flags, study debt flags that block the SF account for fees payable on an active academic year. Flags is automatically lifted upon receipt of payment. Flags for amounts due immediately. And then we've got financial flags, which is flags that block the account for a debt that has been written off. So pretty much your debt at the current moment that you owe, if it is a debt from a while back, it must be settled it must be settled with a debt collector in order for your account to be unblocked. Or you may come and pay directly at UNISA and then request the UNISA finance administrators to assist you so that we may update the account for you. Handover flags. Flags and SF accounts handed over for collection. Flags on other classification accounts, MRD and library account, which is matriculation, exemption, and library debtors will affect the SF account if it is linked to the same student number. Flags to be updated manually, and as I said, we will update the flags manually. Please also note the library also, once payment has been received, the library will also update their flags as well. Registration will not be activated if the flag is not updated. Library flags. Library account is flagged for fines and books. Flags can only be updated by designated staff members at the library. Please contact the library when requesting for update of your flags. Historic debt and handover debt. Please note, accounts with a due balance from 300 and above are handed over for collection agencies. These are the 3 collection agencies: Kumala Mosondo, Nakumoyamela and Han Collections. The university reserves the right to render service to students without outstanding balances. Policies and rules. Please familiarize yourself with UNISA student rules and policies. Available at My UNISA on the student policies and rules. Any questions? And that also means this is the end of our presentation. Thank you, everybody. We'll answer your shortlist. We'll answer your questions shortly. I'm just waiting for the rest of my colleagues. I think they're reading the chat. I'll stop sharing. All right. Let me open the chat. See what the questions are. Tumelo.
Hi, Simon.
Hi. I don't know. It seems like we've got a bunch of hands here. Would you mind?
No problem.
All right.
Okay, let's see who's the first one.
Still checking the chat. It's not opening.
Yeah, even on my side, I don't see any update.
All right. David.
Okay, in the meantime, I will take a hand from Mabilani. Your hand was up first. Okay, let's hear your question. I think the student needs to be unmuted. They're still on mute. All right, thank you. Mabilani.
Apologies for that.
All right, thank you so much. Mabilani, your floor is yours. You can ask your question. Yeah, Mabilani. Your floor is yours. Mr. Kumete, please mute your mic. Mr. Kumete. Okay, let me just mute him on my side.
All right.
Okay, he's now on mute.
All right.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's wait for Mobile to get ready, and then I'll. I think they just have to switch on their mics. Charity.
Yes.
Yes, you're the next one. How can we help you?
Hello, everyone. Good evening. It's evening on my side. I just wanted to find out, can I submit the AOD form now, even though I've paid the minimum registration fee?
All right, I'm talking to Charity. Charity, your modules are registered now. Are you fully registered or are you still on temporarily registered?
I'm fully registered.
You're fully registered.
I paid the minimum payment and all my 5 modules, the yearly modules, are showing on my dashboard.
UNISA. Oh,
Yes.
okay. Okay, in your case, there's no need to submit the AUD. The main purpose of us to do an AUD, it's that you might find some students have an outstanding balance and then they don't have a minimum fee to pay. So what we do, we say to the student, you can make an arrangement with the university. So pay your outstanding fee, and then we can assist you with the registration, the current registration. So we're going to activate your modules without paying the minimum fee at that moment. So now that does not mean that you're not going to pay your fees. It's not a bursary. It's just an arrangement in the meantime while you're sorting out your finances. So we activate your modules and you become registered. But bear in mind, you need to sign the AUD forms, and then you need to be working so that you can supply us with the proof of income and your ID and your proof of residential.
Understood.
Okay.
Thank you. Second
You're
question,
welcome.
the last one.
All right.
So the presenter, he mentioned that if you've got an outstanding fees, they can hold out your academics. You can still get the examination timetable. Does it mean that you're not going to be able to write? 1, 2, does it mean that you won't be able to view your transcript online?
Definitely. Yes, you are unable to view your transcript, but you can still do your assignment, write your exams. We're just holding up your results, which is your academic record and the final exam mark that you'll be written. Yes.
Okay, so let's just say I write an exam, right? And
Mhm.
I don't know the mark because of the outstanding fees. My question now is, will the lecturer or UNISA communicate if you have a deferred or you need to write a supplementary?
Yes, definitely. Exam department will let you know about the supplementary or an updated that you have. They will send you a timetable.
Charity,
Right.
one last thing.
Yes.
As you said, they will communicate for you, and in that regard, once you've written your exam, right, you can check on the examination timetable on the My UNISA admin, right, and you can just type in the exam period for which exam period. So you check for all the exam periods to see where your exam falls. So it'll be given after the results or within the next period. Or let's say if you write towards the end of November right now, right, you will be given your results. You will probably get your timetable at the beginning of January. So on the 1st or towards December, you and the last week of December, they'll tell you if you're writing for supplementaries. So you check under that year, you'll say January, February exam time period. Then you'll check if you're writing in that period. If it's not in that period, it will be in the next period, which will be June, July, because some exams are written in right after you finish writing, which is in in January, February, or it will be in June, July.
All right. Thank you very much. I fully understand.
All right.
Thank you, Simon.
No problem. I think the next person is Tavelo. Can't see the rest of the name. You're up, Tavelo. I don't know. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, let's unmute.
Unmuted. Tavelo?
I think maybe if those struggling, maybe we can take another student, which is Mapilani. If you can unmute yourself, okay, the floor is yours. Okay, it seems like even him, it seems like having a technical problem. Okay, let's hear from Debello. You can unmute yourself.
Nabila took her hand down. Tavelo, are you able to hear us? Right, let's go into the next one. Isham. I'm pronouncing that right.
Okay, let's hear from Temba. I think maybe they're having a bit of challenge to unmute themselves.
All right.
Good afternoon, how are you?
Yes, Timba, we can hear you. Good, thanks, and you?
I'm doing good. So,
Yes, Timber.
all right. Yes. So I submitted an AOD last night, and I realized that the closing date was on the 9th. Will it be considered?
Yes, Timba. UNISA has extended the date, so the last day is tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
All right, because I submitted my payslip ID and the form.
No, that's fine. As long as your documents are attached and everything is correct, we will process your what do you call it? Your AOD. Hold on, Matubula, we'll be with you.
No problem.
All right, thank you very much.
Hi.
Hold on, Matubula, can you please raise your hand so that we know that you're next in line?
Hi.
Matubula. Hello. Please raise your hand. We will be with you shortly. Okay, Isham. Temba, do you still have any questions? Because your hand is still raised.
Oh no, I'm trying to figure out how to lower it.
All right, I'll lower it for you. There we go. Right. Tseho, how can we help you? Tseho? Guys, I just want to make one final thing clear. Please make sure you understand your team's accounts, because your lecturers and your tutors will be contacting you, will be having sessions via that, and they will be doing videos. So please make sure you understand it so you can ask your questions when you need to do it, to do so.
Okay.
Tseho, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
All right. How can we help you?
My question is that am I still able to apply for an AUD if I added more modules and now cannot afford to pay the minimum requirement for the modules that I added, but I was able to pay the minimum for the previous ones? Yes.
Yes, you may. As long as your AOD is not for second semester modules and it's related to first year modules, you may still apply for an AOD.
Oh, okay. No, that was my question. And then if I'm still waiting to get a response from NSFAS, do I still apply for it?
Are you a first-time student?
Yes.
All right. If you're a first-time student, you may apply for the AOD, but as long as you provide the required information that we have requested, which is your payslip, or the student or your parents' payslip, or your guardians, and then a copy of your ID, their ID, and then the third party's ID, and a consent letter from the third party stating that they will be paying for your fees.
For my fees.
Then you can still hand in your AOD, and we will assist with activation. But this only applies for first-time NAFSA students and first-year students. So technically, pretty much like you.
Okay. No, thank you so much.
All right.
Yes, Mama.
Hello.
Yes.
And we have Keho on the line. Keho?
Good day, everyone. I'd just like to ask, did you say that you are still able to add some modules? Because it seems like there's some modules that I did not include when we were doing the minimum payment. So is it still possible to add some modules? Because you say the closing date is tomorrow. Is it the closing date to add modules and remove some modules and also make payments? Or what is closing for tomorrow?
Yes,
Tomorrow.
definitely. You can still add your modules. Tomorrow is the closing date for registration and for the payment.
Sorry. Let me just interject here for 1 second. The closing date for registration is the modules is the 16th, and then payment is on the 19th, unless they've changed it. But yes, tomorrow should be the closing date.
Okay, no, thank you so much.
Right, no problem. Victor, could you please just confirm for us if tomorrow is the closing date, so that we may just inform the students quickly? All right, the next person. Hold on.
The next person is Kanya.
No, actually it was Kejo. She was there before.
It was Kejo. Oh, okay.
Yes, I forgot. I'm sorry. The thing is, I feel like I don't understand actually which modules I need to add. Hence, I was asking if maybe the closing date is tomorrow, because then, is there any way I could be able to get assistance as to did I add the right modules and everything that is required?
Oh, that's that one you need to ask your colleges, but it's also based on your preference, on your preferences. Firstly, if you want to add your modules, you may go to the UNISA website, and then after check under your curriculum what falls under first semester, under year 1, year 2, and year 3 of your studies, and then you can follow that as a guide in order for you to register your modules. And then you can see if you made a mistake somewhere or not.
Okay. Okay. And then the thing is, I saw something about the core prerequisite mode. Okay, there's a prerequisite and the core something. So I'm not sure whether I should also
prerequisite. Prerequisite.
Do I?
It's a module you need to complete before you can complete that specific module.
So it's the same as prerequisite. The prerequisite and the course.
Prerequisite and co-requisite. Meaning, if, for instance, in accounting, before you can move from accounting 1, before you can go to accounting 2, you need to complete accounting 1. Then after, there are modules where you've got accounting 1.1 and a 1.2. So if I'm just giving an example here. So if you've got accounting 1.1, right? Then after they tell you, you need to complete, in order for you to complete this module. For other modules, you'll find that the prerequisite is only the first one. And then for other modules, it's only the second one. But in other modules, you need to complete 1.1 and 1.2 in order for you to go and do a specific module, to move on to do that specific module.
So you do both of them at the same time. So I must register both of them.
No. Some modules also have a prerequisite to enter that prerequisite. So that's why I say it's a very difficult process to explain, especially since we don't know it that well since we're in finance, but I'm giving you a basic understanding of it. I can't give you a full explanation of it. Only your academic colleges can. You will have to ask your academic college when it's the what do you call it, the orientation about that. If that helps. If you need further assistance, you may try and contact your academic college as well for assistance. Kefo, is that all? All right. Thank you. Hold on. Who's next, Emil?
Next to second the queue. I was checking on the chat now.
Okay. I think we've got
It's Ifam.
Ifam.
Yes, Ifam was next.
Right.
But now
he's still not answering.
They back on the mute, so they need to be unmuted.
I think that would be the.
Let me see if I can unmute.
They allow. Oh, it's somebody's. It's not us.
Okay, now it's fine. Let's see. Yeah, Ifam, the floor is yours. You can unmute yourself now. Okay, let's give a chance to Devello. Devello, please unmute yourself. Thank
Hi,
you.
good afternoon. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, my question is, I'm a first-time student, and this is my first year. And earlier on, I went to campus to check on my, to check if I'm on the NSFAS funded list, and it appears I'm not. I'm not yet. So if it happens that NSFAS does not fund me this year, can I pay my fees like maybe on a monthly basis, or like whenever I get the chance, can I pay it for still being able to write my exams?
You can.
Abigail, can you please mute? So we can't hear. There's too much feedback.
Yes.
Thank you. Tabela, sorry, I never heard that last bit. Could you please repeat that last bit?
Yes, I was saying that should it happen that NSFAS does not fund me, will I be able to write my exams, or will I be able to pay like my fees on a monthly basis, still being able to write my exams?
Yes, you may. You may pay on a monthly basis if NAFSAS is not funding you, because that's the only way you actually will be able to get your results at the end of it when you write. But if they do fund you, please also note, if you do eventually get funded, they'll probably only fund you for the next semester and not for the semester that you paid for. So you will also need to be sure about that as you continue with your studies and with NAFSAS involved there.
Okay, so it can happen that NSFAS does not fund both your semesters.
Yeah, it is possible. It has happened. I have seen it happen to a student before. I don't know if it's a frequent thing or if it was just a one-time thing, but it can happen. It's not impossible.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, the next one, Monique. You may unmute yourself. Monique.
All right, maybe she's having challenges. Let's hear from Abigail.
Abigail?
Yes, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I would like to ask, where can I access the AUD form?
We're going to post the AUD forms on the chat box.
Yes. I need the link. Thank you very much. That's all.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Let's hear from Naledi. Naledi, you can unmute yourself.
Naledi? Okay, seems she's having troubles as well. Let's go to the next one.
Bali, let's hear from Bali.
Abigail, please just mute yourself there.
Hello?
Yes, Bali, we can hear you.
Hi. I'm a first-time applicant as well, and I'm an NSFAS applicant. So I wanted to know, NSFAS hasn't asked for anything from me, but I'm able to access all my study material, my live email, and everything that I need to study. So I don't know what that means for me.
Oh, yes, Mbali. I didn't hear the first part. Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, I'm saying I'm a first-year student and an NSFAS applicant. So it says on my admin, it says that I haven't paid my fees, but I'm able to access all my study material and my school email, my live email. So I don't know, and NSFAS hasn't asked for my documents or anything else. I don't know
All right.
what that means for me and how my fees are going to be paid.
So this is what is happening. NSFAS, if after they got the list from NSFAS, they activate all the registered students. Thereafter, they will allocate the funds after. So, but for now, since the registration will close very soon, they just activate. But when you check on the admin, you will still be owing the full amount.
Okay, so that means I don't owe anything, or it's guaranteed that NSFAS is going to pay for my fees.
That one you need to check with NSFAS, but at the moment you are registered, but guaranteed you have to inquire with NSFAS.
Okay, thank you.
Just so you note, tomorrow the Department of Student Funding will be having a talk as well regarding the hold on. Let me see when the schedule is. But they will be also. Oh wait, they moved it to Monday now since it's been done. But the same time slot, the Department of Student Funding are the ones who assist you guys with your bursaries and your NAFSAS accounts. So once they've assisted you with that, you can answer all your questions related to that with them. And yeah, and then hopefully they can provide more clarity. But please take note. Please make sure you check your NAFSAS portal. If it says provisionally funded, okay, it means it's a 50-50. If it says provisionally funded, do not take it as you're funded. Take it as a 50-50. Anything can happen at that moment, right?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem.
Good afternoon. Hello.
Isham.
Hello.
Hi, Isham. Yes, Isham. How are you? You're finally responding.
Yes. I'm asking. Last year, my funding was reversed. Then I didn't get even my result. I don't understand. NSFAS will pay my fees.
Isham, unfortunately,
for the last year.
Unfortunately, Isham, we cannot answer that question because at student debtors, we only deal with self-paying students majority of the time. In order for you to ask this question, you will need to inquire with the Department of Student Funding, which will be having their orientation on Monday. Is that right, Tumelo?
Yes, Monday.
All right, Monday, and that will be at I'll tell you the times shortly, guys, about that. But it will be on Monday that they'll be assisting you guys with that. So you can speak to them about that on Monday during the orientation after when they have their questions.
Okay, thank you. My name is Isaiah.
Oh, Isaiah, thank you, Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Monique, are you available there? Can you hear us? Right, Naledi. Okay. Then who is the next one?
Please be me.
Yes.
Yes, let's hear from you.
Oh yes, I'm a first time student.
Who are you speaking to, by the way?
Simply.
Oh yes, me. So I'm a first time student.
Yes.
I did everything. Went to Newcastle and registered. They said they were gonna inform me, but I haven't received any confirmation about the registration going forward. And with NSFAS, they still saying it, evaluating, waiting for evaluation. I don't know what will happen.
Oh, so your registration hasn't gone through yet. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, because I haven't got any confirmation. I haven't received any confirmation, but I did. But I have.
All right. Have you
Ms.
checked your emails for if they've given you any response yet? And there's nothing, right? If I'm just assuming here.
Nothing. They just sent me this link. I
A
did
link.
receive the link. Yes.
All right. Click on that link, and then after see where it takes you. But if you do, please go back to Newcastle and ask them for a temporary registration letter so that you can see that your registration has been processed. You've already put through your modules, and then after, if you haven't received any confirmation or anything for payment, go and ask them for a temporary registration letter, and then that's when you'll know if your modules were able to go through or not. If it wasn't, then they'll have to do it again.
Oh.
Are you able to hear that, SMP? Okay, guys, we're running out of time. We're gonna pick up the pace a little. Who's next?
I need to confirm with Newcastle. See
If the registration went through, go and confirm with them.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay,
Thank
thanks.
you.
All right, let's hear from Juliet. Please unmute yourself.
Good day, everyone. I
Good day.
wanted to ask, as a first-time student, I wanted to ask that if I have already paid the minimum registration fee amount and my NSFAS status currently says funding eligible, is it possible that NSFAS might also pay the minimum registration fee amount?
Did you say you're uneligible or eligible?
Eligible.
Eligible.
Yes.
So, as she stated earlier, with the first student who answered, they spoke about NAFSAS as well, stating that if you have been approved, NAFSAS will pay out for your fees once they receive the fees. They will credit your account once we receive the fees from NAFSAS.
Then the amount will be double. Then what happens if it's
No,
a double?
it won't be double. It won't be double. If you paid for your fees, they're going to refund that money back to you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Who's next?
Let's hear from Carulo.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear.
Okay, so I have a question regarding the dates because I heard ma'am saying that the minimum payment for the registration closes tomorrow, and then sir saying on the 19th. So I'm not sure which is
registration. Registration closes tomorrow. Payment on the 19th.
Oh, okay. Because I'm also seeing on the website that table at the bottom. It says that registration on the 16th and final minimum amount on the 16th as well.
Okay, let's see. Hold on. Did you check on the My UNISA site directly?
No, I just went to the UNISA website.
So if I could come in here, it is the 16th. You're quite correct, Simon. It was the 19th. I looked earlier in this week. I think that was just a typo. It said the 19th earlier, but it is the 16th. Just confirmed.
So it is the 16th thing.
Okay. Yeah, I've just confirmed.
There's our confirmation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, students. Thank you. We've got our confirmation now. So you've heard the first one that you guys saw was the 19th was a typo, and the 16th is actually the correct date. So yes, tomorrow is the final date.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
All right.
All right, let's hear from self-help.
I've been raised my hand.
Yes, you can go ahead.
Okay. Hi, my name is Muko. I have a question. So I wanted to know, I was transferring from a university to UNISA. So I wanted to know I've sent in my credits. So I wanted to know how does the process go about when it comes to the years that you're going to be studying? Is it going to be the same years or they check with the eligibility?
Bako, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to actually... Buko, is it Buko?
Yes.
All right, Buko, sorry, we can't answer that for you because we only deal with finance. The colleges have specific rules and policies that they work with in order to evaluate your previous qualifications. So they go according to those rules and regulations, because each university aligns itself to a certain degree. But when it comes to certain modules, they all have a differing opinion. So with some modules, they will say yes, and other modules they will say no. We cannot give you the specifics because they've already got a table for all of that stuff. So you need to go and speak with your college, your academic college. They're the ones who can assist you, or the exemption department who can assist you with that.
Okay.
All right.
I also never. Okay.
Oh, do you have another one?
Yes, another question. It's
All
also
right.
regarding with so I've registered yet, so now I need to pay the initial fee payment. But I also
All right.
applied for NSFAS at the moment, but my NSFAS process is still saying awaiting valuation. So can I just pay in the meantime for the registration myself and just wait for the
Yes, you may. Yes, you may.
Okay.
They will. They
Then-
will. But just please be aware, they will. The refunds do take.
A long
They do it on a quarterly. They take a long time. They work on a quarterly basis because they await the money from NAFSAS to be paid out to the UNISA account. Then once they've received, if they've received specifically your money in full or some yours, then they will refund your money within that quarter. But if they haven't received all your money from NAFSAS, for let's say they only paid 10,000 out of the 15,000, then that's all they'll process to your account for that time being.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. Self-help.
Good day.
How are you?
Yes, I was asking should I be worried if they said to me I must upload my consent form. Then if I go to my portal, it says that there are no documents required.
Sorry, I cannot hear you. Can you?
Should I be worried if NSFAS said to me that I should upload my consent form, but when I go to my portal, they say that there are no documents required?
Okay, that one I cannot answer. That one you need to come in. You need to speak to the Department of what do you call it? Department of Student Funding. They're the ones who will be able to answer that question. We cannot. That one is beyond our jurisdiction. If I knew, I would answer, but unfortunately, I don't know the answer to that one.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, Mela, who's the next one?
Let's see. Fumisa. Fumisa, the floor is yours.
Good day. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
My question is, I applied for NSFAS last year, but my status is still saying awaiting evaluation. However, I did pay the registration fee for my modules. So I wanted to. My question is, if I am not eligible for funding from NSFAS, is it going to be a debt that I need to pay by the end of the year?
Yes, it will be. The thing is, you must remember what NAFSAS have written on your portal. If it says provisionally funded, and then eventually they say that you're no longer funded, then you will be liable for it. If you're going under evaluation, something has changed, or something has changed within your NAFSAS portal, so you need to contact them and find out what the evaluation is about. You can also try and go to your campus, but I don't know if they'll have the answer, because the guys from NAFSAS usually write comments within your guys' profile, and we can't really look at it because those are your profiles, to be specific. We can only look at the basic stuff that we can search up. We usually need you guys to log in, and then we can maybe from there, those guys will from the student finance department, they'll try and assist you as best as they can.
Okay. I have a second question. Since I've paid the registration myself, if I'm eligible for funding, do I get back the money, or does it cover up other costs maybe?
If you have paid, then you will most of the time you do get your refund back. Most of the time, I can't actually answer because I've never actually worked there, so I can't give you a proper answer to that.
But
But
actually,
you do get
request the refund from my nearest campus, or
no, yeah, you can usually when they usually send you a link, the Department of Student Funding, and then after you click on that link, do whatever you need to do, whatever required from you from there, and then they refund the money back to you like that.
Okay.
Or they'll tell you or they'll tell you please provide these documents, or they'll tell you fill in the refund form. But you deal with it with the Department of Student Funding. Remember, finance has more than one department. We are a very big department, so you must remember you need to direct your stuff to the correct department in order to be assisted as quick as possible. You can also go to the campuses. It would be the one in KZN. I'm not too sure about the ones in the other regions. I've only worked in Pretoria and Florida. Those are the campuses we have here that I know about.
Okay.
And yeah.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Self-help, you are up next. Please unmute yourself. It's no respond. Rolebua, you are next. Please unmute yourself.
Good day. I just wanted to ask, is it possible to pay just a portion of the minimum registration so that your registration can be activated?
Just like you mean the minimum registration amount?
Yes, the minimum, and you pay a portion. Let's say, for example, the minimum registration, the minimum amount is 6,000, and then you pay 3,000.
Did you register your first and second semester modules together?
Let's say it's year
modules. No, it won't. In order, you know what's going to happen, right? You can do that, but then after, in order to activate some of the modules, you'll need to go and remove some of the modules so that it can update and register those modules worth for 3,000 Rand. And then after that, you'll have to put the other year modules back onto the system after you finish registering.
Or meaning that I should just register some of the module and leave some out.
Yeah, and then after, once you see the modules are activated, you'll add those modules again in order for you to pay later. They're all year modules, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Yes. Then you can register a portion of them now for 3,000 Rand worth of 3,000 Rand, and then the other modules you will register after it's been activated. You will register it later.
Okay.
You'll
Will I
get
be
temporary
allowed
registration for it.
Will I be allowed to do those other modules though that I didn't pay for?
If you pay for them later, yes, you will be. But if you don't, then no.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you.
Sorry, if I could just interject there. AOD is also a possibility. If you, yes, you comply with requirements. Sorry, we're just having a lot of technical challenges today. Uploading these AOD forms is proving to be quite a problem. Please bear with us. We will upload the AOD forms on the chat. Sorry for interrupting there. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much.
And also bear in mind the year modules, they're closing on the 22nd of March.
Yes.
Kiulibeti, you're up next. Please unmute yourself.
Good day.
Good day. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so my first question will be, I am a first-time applicant, so I wanted to know if will I be able to register to pay the registration fee even after the closing date?
No, you can't pay the registration after the closing date. Remember, that's why we have the deadline for the minimum fee for you to settle the minimum registration for you to be activated.
Oh, okay, thank you so much.
Come. Makoro, you are up next. Please unmute yourself. Okay, let's hear from self-help. Can you unmute yourself? All right, Makoro, your mic is unmute. You can go ahead. Hello? Okay, Lwazi, please go ahead. The floor is yours. Lwazi, you can unmute yourself.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Lwazi.
Hi, everyone. My question is regarding NSFAS, obviously. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So obviously I haven't paid my registration fee, and because of that, my thingy, what is this? My status is saying awaiting approval, and I haven't paid. What does that mean for me? Will I still be able to would I still be able to complete my studies? And maybe they pay later on. Would I be able to study if they do pay later on? Like after the registration fee, like after the closing date?
That's a very hard one because with NAPSAS, the reason why we ask to close, we call it early, for instance, why we're closing this Friday, is so that any issues during this week, we have the week after that to sort them out, so that it is time to sort them out, and so that we don't push the registration further backwards for the students. Because remember, you are technically supposed to be starting with your module tomorrow because in this first semester, the cutoff date, 31st, where payment is due. And then by that time, you're writing already in May, June for your exams. So we're not trying to suffocate students into a coma where they become so stressed out that they're unable to perform their duties as students. So you must take into account, if something doesn't happen, that's when the guys from the Department of Student Funding will notify you. But please be aware, we cannot answer for that eventuality. So we will see what happens in that regard. You will have to wait and see what happens in that regard when it comes to NAPSAS.
So basically, I won't be studying. I'll just have to wait.
Yeah, well, they could register you. They could register you provisionally. Let's say you're provisionally approved. Then your registration could go through. They're going to ask you. Then they're going to send you an email or something. They're going to respond to you, and the question is, would you want to be provisionally registered? Remember, if NAPSAS doesn't pay, you guys are liable for that fee. And that's where the problem lies. We cannot make that decision for you. You as a student have to make that decision, and it's a very hard decision to make. Do you wait another 6 months, or do you at least pay yourself, or do you cut down on the number of modules and you only register one module or two modules, so that at least you're not putting yourself in debt so that you can pay? Like I said, it's a very difficult decision to make.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
Monique, your hand is still up.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I had a little bit of trouble. Sorry about that. So I'm a first applicant. I did go on the UNISA a portal, and they said that my funding is approved, funding eligible, but I wasn't sure if they're gonna pay my registration for this time period. So I paid my registration, but I wanted to know, is the NSFAS bursary active towards UNISA? And because they didn't ask required documents from me, and then I also wanted to know if they are active or maybe will be active. I just wanted to know that can I ask for a refund, and when can I ask for a refund?
All right, for that one, regarding your NAPSAS, you'll find out, well, they usually, Victor, they do run a batch program during the weekend, correct? Activate all the students at once, correct? Not mistaken.
Sorry, is this for the registration batch program?
Yeah, I think for the NAPSAS guys, it's similar to ours, right? They run a batch program as well.
Yeah, they do, as best of my knowledge, they do run a batch program also over the weekend just to activate the registration. So anyone that's the funding has been approved or any payments that come through that meets the minimum fee requirement, I've noticed, yes, it runs every day in the evening, and it also, I've also picked it up, it runs on Saturday night. So yeah, Saturday, Sunday.
Right. So Monique, in that case, right, you can ask for your, if you can see that registration hasn't been extended or anything for you guys specifically, right? Then after, by the end, and you can see that the money is just sitting there in your account. After that, you may come and ask us to, what do you call it, for a refund, then we will refund the money back to you.
Okay, but you're not sure. Can I ask if the bursary is active, although it's approved?
For NAPSAS.
Can I ask for NAPSAS? Okay, because I did receive an email from you. From UNISA DFS, DSF, who told me about the temporary registration, but I just paid the registration because I wasn't sure if NAPSAS was gonna pay it out. But since it states approved, that's why I'm asking. So I must actually approve the funding eligible.
If they stated that it's funding approved, then the NAPSAS will pay for your fees. Then after that, you will get your refund time. This is similar to the last way. I think it is immediate, sure, but it's similar to that. They will refund you back once you've been paid. It does on a quarterly basis. They do it on a quarterly basis, but it's more when they receive all the money back, when they receive all the money from what do you call it, from NAPSAS itself. And then that's when they'll give you a refund. Or they'll give you a refund back in portions. And like I said, you can ask these questions on Monday with the Department of Student Funding if you want to be sure. Then they can find what's missing for all the NAPSAS students. Thanks.
You're
fine with it.
Okay, hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes, you can.
One last question. I just wanted to know if finance, how do I know after I have paid my minimum registration if the finance has actually received it? Am I supposed to send them an email of proof of payment, or does it just reflect on the system?
Tshepo?
Yes,
Tshepo?
can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Please repeat that again.
My question is, how do I know if the university has received my minimum required payment? Do I have to send them a proof of payment, or is it automatically gonna appear on the system when they see the student number?
All right. Automatically, it will reflect on our system if you have referenced everything correctly. As my colleague has emphasized on the reference part, whereby you put your student number and space the study fees allocation. That's very important. If you reference correctly, then we'll be able to see it on the system, and when the batch run, and then your modules will be activated.
Oh, okay. So meaning if everything is activated on my side, it means the university has received the payment.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. Nicolita, you're up next. Please unmute yourself.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I'm a first year student and I was registered, but I still can't access any of my study materials and my UNISA and my life things on the website of the UNISA. So I wanted to ask, Like, is there anything that I need to do from my side, or?
So you have
we need
paid.
Sorry, no, go for it. Sorry.
So did you pay your minimum fee?
Yes, I did.
And did you see on the financial details that it's reflecting?
Yes, I did.
But
Everything is fine, but I can't access any of my things. Every time I try to put in my details, it gives me an error.
When you try to do it on My UNISA?
Yes, when I try to claim my login PIN and try to put in my admin, it gives me invalid credentials, or it says there's an error.
All right. Listen, please contact. Now, guys, you can contact South at My UNISA. I'm sorry. That one I was done at the beginning of the other orientations. Guys, I forgot where they are. Let me just look for it. I'll get back. Give me like a few minutes. Just see if I can find.
It's already uploaded on the chat. Nicolita, you can check it on the chat.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And Chumani?
Sorry.
Yes, Simon.
You can. Sorry, Nikita, you can contact the guy at Study Information Desk, Study Info. They can give you the details required for that stuff. And there is another person they can assist you with that. Or they will forward your email to the correct department that will assist you with your credentials, your My UNISA login, and all that stuff. Just make sure you emphasize, you put a number on it and say, problem with My UNISA credentials. Please assist me with claiming my UNISA my UNISA credentials and app. My UNISA stuff or logins. Here we go.
I have done that, but nobody has gotten back to me as what I can do to move forward. I've done it like several times, but there's been no response.
Nothing. There's been no response.
No response. I've only been issued a case number, and I was asked to send through a copy of my ID, but nothing else other than that. And I tried calling, but no one answers.
Right, hold on 1 second. I don't want to say, Nikita.
Yes.
But I don't want to actually tell you to give me a student number over the line. Let's see. Okay, you know what? Give me a student number. I'll get it. I'll ask somebody to do it.
It's 7325.
Are you a short learning program student?
Yes.
That might be the reason why. But okay, give us 7325.
5726.
5726. Right.
Yes.
Right. Next student, please. You already asked the question before. You please allow other students to answer their question so that we can move along, and then you guys will come back.
Okay.
All right. Chumani, the floor is yours. Please unmute yourself. Let's see who's next. Ismail, let's hear from you. You can unmute yourself.
So can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So I have not yet paid my registration fee as I'm waiting on NSFAS. And I am temporarily registered. I only have semester modules. So I just want to know, can I apply for AOD? And also, do you charge interest on the repayments?
No, we do not charge interest.
Okay, and also, if I do apply for the AOD now, knowing that the NSFAS presentation is only on Monday, do I apply beforehand for the AOD just to be safe so that I can be registered?
Yeah. You said you're a first-time student.
Yeah.
You're a first-time student are allowed to apply as long as you meet the requirements.
Okay. So without knowing and without having an answer from NSFAS, is it like how can I say? Is it permissible for me to apply and then get accepted from NSFAS, or like how do I go about that?
Then for instance, right? When it comes to matching, have you checked your portal first and foremost? And
Yes,
you know
I
what it
did.
says?
It still says awaiting evaluation.
That means pretty much you're provisionally funded. It's still waiting for some evaluation. I'm not even sure what the evaluation is myself. In most cases, if it hasn't been provisioned, if they haven't done the evaluation at the main office, because I don't think it's us that they're waiting for. It could be them, somebody needs to do something. Maybe the guys haven't taken the documents that we sent to them to say that the guy is temporarily registered and he hasn't uploaded it at the main office at the NAPSA headquarters. But I cannot give you a straight answer. Like I said to the other one, we also had the same thing. It's a very tough one. You could end up paying, you might end up being approved, or they might only approve in the second semester. So it's like you've got you're in a catch-22 right now.
Sorry?
You're in a catch-22.
Oh, okay.
Meaning so it's a very tough decision. But if you choose to study, please know that person will be liable. That person is liable for those fees, and that's where the problem is going to arise. Because in most cases, students do take it with the intention of studying purely, but things don't always go as planned. So you need to think about it long and hard. You need to take a very serious decision. If you can, try and clean at least 1 or 2 modules. One module that you know you can pay for, or 2 modules, and then that's when you'll get that'll be much better than just. If you do want to study, it's a better starting mark than starting with 0.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Right.
Benedict, the floor is yours. Please unmute yourself.
Hi, everyone. My question is, in fact, I need a reminder. I heard that you said we'll be able to register for them until the 19th. Then I need to know of the semester module. When will it be the closing date for semester modules?
The semester modules, that's the deadline for semester modules tomorrow, the 16th. Benedict?
Okay, so that then, yes, does that then mean that after tomorrow we cannot add semester modules if we register already?
Benedict?
After tomorrow, after the 16th, you will not be able to add the year semester modules. You will still be able to add year modules as year modules closes on the 22nd of March.
Okay, listen.
Sorry, we didn't hear you, Benedict.
I said, okay, no, thank you. I heard you. That's crystal clear.
All right, no problem.
All right. Sanele, you're the last one. The floor is yours.
Hey, just a quick one.
So I just checked on the portal on NSFAS. I'm also a first year student, and I've just been approved at about 11, quarter to 12. I hadn't paid the registration fee. What do I do next? Do I finish the whole registration and will it be funded, or do I still need to do an AOD until I guess it reflects on your guys' side?
Yes, Sanela. The AOD, you can go the AOD route if you are working, or you do have the third party who can provide you with the proof of income. And or if you do have the money to pay the minimum registration, you can do that since you've been waiting for them to make the payment.
Okay, so if I have, instead, if I have like someone else who can provide, I must go the AOD route. But if it's just if I was waiting on NSFAS and NSFAS alone, is there any other route, or must I just wait now, or is there? Yeah,
that's the AOD route. You can either do AOD while you're waiting for them to make payment.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Do you guys on your side, you don't know when that will reflect?
The thing is, that's why we're emphasizing on you guys to listen to the orientation on Monday. That will be the TSF, the student funding. So all the questions will be answered on Monday.
Okay.
Please do attend the orientation.
For sure. Thanks.
Thank you. Right, Benedict, your hand is still up, or is it historic?
Yes.
Yes, Benedict.
No, it's still up. Last but not least, if I cannot register, I mean to add module online tomorrow, more especially semester module. Can I call so that if I call, will you guys be able to assist me with regard to adding that module?
Benedict, remember when you call, the call center will have to transfer you to the registration so that they can assist you with adding the module. But tomorrow is the last day. So if you can't get hold of anyone via the call, you can just go to the nearest campus and add the modules that you want to add for, say, first semester.
Okay, thank you.
So, because if I could just add something there, thanks, Maureen. They won't be able to do it telephonically. They're going to need something in writing. Yeah, so try and do it on my online. That would be your best option. If not, yeah, we can give them a call. Maybe there's a technical thing they could help you out with. But yeah, last resort would be coming through. So I just want to apologize. We've tried to upload the AOD forms on the chat. With some technical problems, we haven't been able to. If you'd like an AOD form, please request. If you could send an email to Finan, I posted it on the chat. In the subject line, please include your student number and AOD. So that's how we'll filter for those emails, and then we'll be able to email you an AOD form. Also, with the NSFAS inquiries, I must apologize. It's not our area of expertise. My colleagues have done an excellent job in assisting where they can, but we are not the experts in that. So I'm always very scared to offer you any advice on NSFAS and funding because it's not my area of expertise. Again, my colleagues are advised, please, if you can, there's a session on Monday. Our colleagues, they will be able to assist you. And I just want to say thank you to my team, or my colleagues. Excellent presentation. If there's nothing else, I'd like to thank you all for participating, and best of luck with your studies, and all the best. Sorry, there's a hand.
I got one more question. There's a hand there. Yes, you may ask your question. Isaiah.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes. My question is that they reversed my hello.
Yes, no, we hear you.
Reversed my funds last year, and
Yes.
this year it reflects that it has restated, but it didn't pay in UNISA account. Then, but I'm owing. Then I'm surprised why they don't open my results, because
firstly,
because
right.
I have the debt. Yeah.
All right. Firstly, if you're owing, it's going to block you from receiving your results. That's why you're not able to receive results. Secondly, if they did pay, they might not have paid the whole amount. They only paid a portion of the amount, so it's still owing. You must remember, if you failed modules before and you've repeated them, they don't pay for repeat modules, guys. They do not pay miscellaneous fees. They pay only for your modules, and they pay for one module. If you fail that module and you repeat it, you are going to be required to pay for that module as well. So let's say at the beginning of the year, they give you your fees for, as far as they're concerned, they expect you to pass first year, second year, third year. If you pass your first year without any hitches and you go to second year, right? You go to second year, you register your modules, and then after that, you only pass 9 of those modules, and then after, you've got no choice but to repeat that other module in your third year. When that happens, that module, they're going to pay for exactly as if they've paid for the year, as if for the 10 modules for that third year. But the moment they see that module, when they get the registration, that module is a repeat module and you took it in the second year, they're going to deduct that money off of your account. They're going to take the whole money out. Then after that, they're going to they're going to reverse that transaction, and then they're going to bring it forward again.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's say they paid 17,000 and now they realize that you failed the module. Now they're only going to pay 16,000. Now you're left with that 1,000 for debt.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. It means I'm supposed to pay it by myself. No?
Hello?
It means I'm supposed to pay the money by myself, because the other module I pass. Okay.
Hold on. Let me just check something. Isaiah, listen. When it comes to the payment, then you are. But the thing is, we cannot say. You must remember, you must also meet the minimum requirements. If you fail a certain amount as well, they will also take away your funding. You must remember that. They will also cut your funding. So the problem is, we cannot answer those questions. You need to ask your NAFSA's department about all that stuff. We can only give you the basics about the NAFSA's. We cannot give you anything detailed related to it.
Okay, I'll come on Monday.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Nick. Nick? Okay. Nikita? Nikita? You may ask a question. Okay. The last respondent. Kennedy?
Yes.
Kennedy.
People pop up.
Hello.
All right. Hello. Hey, Nikita.
Hello, sorry, can you hear me?
Yes.
I wanted to ask, like, if I wanted to go to campus to inquire about my problem, will I be able to get assisted?
With your problem regarding the NAFSAS.
No, regarding the thing, not
The
being
registration.
able to. No,
Yes.
not being able
Oh,
to log
sorry.
in.
Yours is the thing. Yes, you can be assisted. If you come to Sunnyside, they can assist you here.
Is Sunnyside open?
Yeah, Sunnyside's been open. It was only on Monday the EFF went on strike. We've been open since Tuesday.
Okay, okay. Because
Yeah,
we were
so you
told
can
to get communication if it's going to be open, and there's been no
Uh,
communication.
They probably put it on the notices, but the way they put so many notices on it, it passes by so quick.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but the campus is open. It was open today. I was here yesterday. I was here the day before. I was even here on Monday. So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Kennedy. All right. It seems like he's not answering. And Vikan. And who's our last one? Okay, we still have one more. Ishmael.
Yes. Hello, I just wanted to know how long does it take for an AOD to be processed?
It takes about. Seho, can you please mute your mic? Thank you. It takes about 2 to 5 days for your AOD to be processed.
Okay, so it's more advisable for me to apply now for the AOD rather than wait for Monday.
No, rather, as my colleague said earlier, apply for it, and then after you're as you said, you were a first-time student. As long as you comply with the requirements, we can activate your modules, and then after that, you can then NAFSAS it'll change over to NAFSAS later.
Okay, then thank you.
All right. Okay, if there's nobody any questions, I think we'll be closing this session. Right, Kennedy. Right, all right, and Vagani. You guys can unmute. You guys need to unmute if you want to ask your questions. There you go. Vagan, you can unmute your mic. Come. I think your peers would also like to leave. They've been here for more than an hour and a half now. 2, not mistaken. Right. Nick. Nick. I can see you've unmuted. We can't hear you. The rest of you do not have to wait for them. You may leave. Majority of the session is answered. If they have any more questions, I will assist them. Vagan. Yes.
Hello, sir. I wanted to ask, what will happen if I don't pay my minimum amount?
Your registration will fall away. Is this for semester modules?
No, it's not for the semester modules.
Is it for semester or year modules? Please be aware of the dates as well. Year modules, it expires on the 22nd of March.
Okay, thank you.
You've got until the 22nd of March, guys, for year modules. It's tomorrow, semester modules that will not be available.
Okay. The semester modules. Okay,
Tomorrow
thank
is your
you.
last day. Tomorrow is your last day, guys, for semester modules. Please be aware of that. Right, Kennedy. Kennedy. Our time is running short, guys. Please ask your. There we go. Yes, you may speak, Kennedy.
Yes, good afternoon. I just
Good
wanted to, yes, I wanted to find out here, quick one. I don't know if somebody has asked previously, but let me just ask for myself.
All right.
When I log on to my UNISA portal here, I think it's about a week now. The response I'm getting here is we are aware of the challenge of logging into my UNISA. You do not need to change your password. It seems like it's a challenge when I always try to log on to my UNISA portal.
Have you changed your passwords and your stuff recently?
No, I have not changed anything on it.
Oh, it doesn't change. It doesn't change. It doesn't change. You can use the same passwords, but if you're having a problem with it, you need to contact the study information desk or the My UNISA help team. Please also note there's guys who can assist you on Sunnyside campus at building 14 with your My UNISA issues.
It's only in Pretoria at the Kuruleni campus.
I can't answer for the other campus. I'm not sure yet.
Apologies for interrupting. There's also an email in the chat, mymodule22@unisa.ac.za.
My modules.
Yeah, you just see, there's an email for all my UNISA issues. My MOI is lowercase, capital M, module. Sorry, my module, not modules. My module 22 at UNISA for all UNISA issues. I'll just put that in the chat again.
All right, no problem. You can also get this stuff on. We'll also try and ask David and them to upload this stuff on the next one, which for the student finance as well, for the other issues as well. We'll just inform them. All right, Kennedy, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, yeah, but I can't. As for the ones for the campus, I'm not too familiar with the other campuses. I haven't traveled around to the other campuses as of yet. Yeah.
Okay, so I will just try if I can see if they can help me.
Yeah, and then just type in My UNISA claim login or assistance. There's also a page on My UNISA where you can check for contact details, and then you can just check under each email where it's specified to go. And then there's somebody there who can assist you.
Oh, okay. Let me try
All right.
that, and I will go to the campuses get in through with it.
All right. Guys, we're coming to the end of our session now.
Thank you so much.
Last question.
Yep.
Sorry for that.
Okay. No problems.
I decided that I was gonna pay for the minimal payment, so can I pay using via my bank account? And then
yes,
what do I reference my student number, and then
you check on the payment study fees account. Study fees account. Yeah. Remember, there's payment details on My UNISA. Just don't do it haphazardly. Please check those details, and it can assist you. I think there's also a tutorial available on how to reference your stuff correctly.
Okay. Because I was a bit confused when I was checking. Because when I was checking.
Yes. Remember, there's different allocation numbers. The first thing you need to put is your student number, space, and then the allocation number. Then you need to make sure that the allocation number is for the student account. Once you have that, that's when you'll be fine with, then it will direct the payment towards your study fees account, and then the money will end up in that account.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. Sir?
Yes.
how I access the recordings on my on YouTube channel?
It's on the YouTube channel. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. But if you want I think you can also try and check them on Teams. You can also try and check the calendar date and see if the recording is available on the schedule. Check under the schedule and click on YouTube for under those ones, and then it should take you to that specific recording.
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right, guys, that is the end of our session.
Yes, sorry, I do have one more question. I'm not sure if someone has asked it. If you send an AOD, when will the response be? Will it be after the 22nd?
No, we respond within 2 to 5 days to for your AODs, as long as all the documentation is correct.
Oh, okay. And where can I find it?
You can try, as Victor said earlier, please type in what do you call it? AOD with your student number AOD, and then after that put the maybe student orientation, and then I can at least minimize it to those ones to be sent to from the student orientation.
Sorry,
you said on the subject line. Student number.
Send an email. Yes, student number.
Send an email. Student number AOD.
Yes.
And at the back of that, on the subject line, also write student orientation. And then at least we know. Then I know that I need to send emails to these students for AOD.
Which email should I send it to?
Finance.
Finance.
Finance, yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Right.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. Okay, guys, that is the end of our session. We'll be closing up now. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good one. Have a best luck of your studies and a good evenings. Thank you.
And have a good year, guys. Goodbye, guys.
Best of luck. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Good luck.
Thank you. Bye, guys.